Okay, Jeffrey, real question. Have you ever sent an email, hit send, and immediately felt sick to your stomach?
Every single day of my corporate life.
Why?
Because I never knew if I sounded too formal, like a robot wrote it, or too casual, like I didn't take the job seriously. There's no in-between setting.
There is an in-between setting. That's literally what we're talking about today.
Prove it.
Challenge accepted. Hey everyone, welcome back to Vicky's English Podcast. I'm Vicky.
And I'm Jeffrey, professional overthinker of emails.
But before we start, everyone, please remember to subscribe to our channel.
Yes, click the like button and please share our podcast with your friends and family. It helps us a lot.
It really does. Okay, let's get into it. Today, how to write a professional email in English without sounding weird. Too stiff, too casual, too robotic.
Cringe. That's the word. You reread it 3 times, still not sure, close your eyes, click send, hope for the best.
That's literally most of my students. They know grammar, they know vocabulary. Email tone is a whole different skill nobody teaches.
Because it's not really about English. It's about what's appropriate, what sounds human.
By the end of this, you'll know how to open an email, ask for something without sounding demanding, follow up without sounding annoying, and sign off like a real person.
And I'll probably admit half the rules people teach are outdated.
We'll see about that.
Can I say something, though? This has gotten worse since so many of us went remote. Used to be if you said something slightly awkward, you could fix it with your face. A smile, body language. Now it's just words on a screen. No tone, people left guessing.
That's such a good point. Email used to be one tool among many. Now for a lot of people, it's the main way they talk to their whole team.
Which means the stakes feel higher, even for small stuff. One slightly blunt message, and suddenly you're wondering if your manager's upset with you.
I've had students tell me they've rewritten a 2-line email 6 or 7 times.
I believe that completely, and English is my first language.
Right. If you're already worried about grammar and vocabulary, adding "and also don't sound weird" on top is a lot.
Exactly why we're doing this. Actual tone, actual instinct. The stuff nobody explains directly.
Let's start at the top, the greeting. Dear Sir or Madam. Jeffrey, when's the last time you used that?
Never. If I got an email starting Dear Sir or Madam, I'd assume it's a scam from 1987.
So old-fashioned. Textbooks still teach it, though.
It doesn't match how people actually write. If you know the name, use it. Hi, Sarah. Hello, James. Totally normal, even in a first email.
And if you don't know the name, emailing a general inbox, hello or hi there works fine. No sir or madam needed.
Good one to flag.
Hi there. A natural, safe opener for almost any professional context.
Quick question I get constantly, though. Is dear itself outdated? Because I don't think it is, actually.
No, dear is fine. It's sir or madam that's the problem, not dear.
Right. Dear Sarah is completely normal. Just a bit more formal than hi, Sarah. Good for a first email to someone senior or in a more traditional industry.
And here's the one people always ask me. Job applications. If you don't know the name but you know the role, Dear Hiring Manager is exactly right.
That's such a good distinction. Dear Hiring Manager isn't vague like sir or madam. It tells the reader exactly who you think they are.
Flag that one too. Dear Hiring Manager. It's specific, it's expected in that context, and it's not outdated at all.
So the real spectrum is something like, hi Sarah, casual, Dear Sarah, neutral formal, Dear Ms. Chen, formal, Dear Hiring Manager, formal with an unknown name, and then Dear Sir or Madam, retire that one completely.
Bury it.
And can we talk about, I hope this finds you well?
Oh, here we go.
It's not wrong, it's just becoming a cliche. A lot of professionals now go straight to the point. Hi, Sarah. Quick question about the report. Boom.
I agree with that one. In sales, nobody had time for pleasantries. Straight to the point or you lost their attention.
Good example of formality being a spectrum, not a fixed rule.
This is where we disagree a bit, actually. You teach it like a formula. Greeting, then this, then that. I think it's instinct. You read the room, match the other person's energy.
Sure, but when you're learning a language, you need structure first, before you can trust instincts. You can't read the room in a language you're still learning the patterns of.
Fair. Structure first, instinct later.
Thank you.
Don't get used to it.
Next, asking for something. People sound either too demanding or too apologetic.
The over-apologizing thing? I'm so sorry to bother you. I hate to ask. I know you're so busy.
By the time they get to the question, you're exhausted.
Just ask the question.
Soften it slightly. Don't drown it. Would it be possible to get the report by Friday instead of Thursday?
Would it be possible to... Great one to flag. Polite without being pathetic.
Pathetic?
There's a version of polite that undermines you. Nobody respects an email that sounds like you're on your knees.
Confidence and politeness aren't opposites.
Here's a great one. No worries if not, but. You ask for something but give an easy out. Removes pressure both ways. No worries if not, but would you have time this week for a quick call?
Flagging that immediately. No worries if not. One of the most useful phrases in this whole episode.
High praise.
I'm stealing it.
Feel free. Gift from Manchester.
Now, the follow-up email. Most stressful type there is.
Why haven't they replied? How do I ask again without sounding annoyed?
People either wait forever out of fear or send something passive-aggressive.
Per my last email.
Oh no.
Translation, I already told you this. Why am I repeating myself?
So loaded. For learners, don't do that. Neutral and friendly. I wanted to follow up on my email from Tuesday. Just checking if you had a chance to look at it.
Follow up on. Good one to flag. Standard phrase, zero tension.
Right.
Unless you want the tension, in which case, per my last email is right there.
Not teaching that today. Let's cover office vocabulary. Touch base, circle back, loop someone in.
Corporate jargon. My first month in sales, someone said, let's take this offline, and I genuinely thought we'd lost internet connection.
No.
I swear. Turns out it just means let's discuss this privately, not in front of everyone.
That's exactly why this vocabulary matters. It's everywhere and nobody explains it.
Touch base. Quick check-in with someone. Let's touch base next week.
Good one to flag. You'll hear that constantly.
Circle back?
Return to a topic later. Let's circle back after the meeting.
Flag that too. Sounds fancy. Just means later.
And loop someone in? Include someone who wasn't part of the conversation. I'll loop in the design team.
Good one to flag too. And heads up? Just a heads up, the meeting moved to 3 p.m.
Flag that as well. Quick warning, no formality needed.
Real disagreement point. I think learners get told to avoid this jargon because it's too casual, and I think that's wrong. This is what professional writing sounds like now.
I'd say know your audience. Traditional industry like law or finance, dial it back. Modern office, tech, startup, completely normal.
Context over rules, again.
Last section, sign-offs.
Best regards, kind regards, sincerely. Do we need all of these?
Best or best regards works for almost everything. Kind regards, slightly more formal. Sincerely, very traditional. More letters than emails now.
Thanks works constantly too, especially after a request or favor.
Best is a great one to flag as your default. Short, works almost everywhere.
Before we move on, CC and BCC. I've had grown adults panic message me asking if they're allowed to CC their manager.
Such a real fear. CC someone when you want them to see the email but don't need a reply, keeping them in the loop.
BCC is the same idea, except other recipients can't see that person was included. Normal for big group emails, so you're not exposing everyone's address.
The mistake I see most, CCing too many people out of fear of leaving someone out, or being terrified to CC anyone at all.
Simple rule. Does this person actually need to know? If yes, CC. If you just want a paper trail without a group conversation, BCC.
Good. Simple rule. And one more small one while we're on group emails. Reply all. Please, please think before you hit that button.
Oh, reply all disasters are legendary. Everyone has a story.
I've heard of people accidentally reply alling a complaint about their boss straight to the entire company, boss included.
I would simply not survive that.
The rule is easy though. Ask yourself, does every single person on this thread actually need my reply? If it's just for one person, hit reply, not reply all.
Genuinely one of the most avoidable email disasters out there, and one of the most common. One more thing on this, actually. Emojis and exclamation points in professional emails. I have strong feelings.
Go on.
I think one exclamation point is fine. Maybe two in a whole email if you're genuinely excited about something. But I've seen emails where every single sentence ends in an exclamation point, and by the third one, I don't believe any of it anymore.
It stops meaning anything.
Exactly. It reads like you're either 17 years old or mildly panicking.
I actually disagree slightly here. I think it depends heavily on company culture. I've had students working at startups, especially in the US, where everyone's emails are full of exclamation points, and it's completely normal, even expected. It signals friendliness.
See, and that's where I'd push back a little. Friendliness and enthusiasm aren't the same as reliability. If every email sounds thrilled, how do I know which one is actually urgent?
That's fair, actually. Maybe the real rule is match the energy of the person you're emailing, but don't let punctuation replace actual clarity.
I can live with that compromise.
And emojis?
Depends entirely on the workplace. I've worked places where a thumbs up emoji in a work email would get you a talking to, and other places where the CEO uses them constantly.
Same advice, really. Watch what your team already does before you start doing it yourself. Don't be the first person to introduce a party emoji into a formal thread.
Words to live by.
One more before we move to practice. Declining something. This might be the hardest email to write, honestly. Saying no without sounding cold or rude.
Oh, this is a big one. I used to just avoid replying, which is worse, by the way. If you ignore it, they just email you again, more annoyed.
True. So here's a simple structure. Appreciate the ask first, then decline clearly, then offer an alternative if you have one. Thanks so much for thinking of me for this. I'm not going to be able to take it on right now, but I'd suggest reaching out to the marketing team. They might have bandwidth.
Bandwidth. Good one to flag. That's such a common one in offices now. Just means available time or capacity.
Right. I don't have the bandwidth this week. Very normal way to say I'm too busy.
I like that structure. Thanks, decline, redirect. Clean. No over-explaining.
That's the key. You don't owe anyone 3 paragraphs justifying why you're saying no. One honest sentence is enough.
Although, devil's advocate, sometimes context does help, especially with someone you work with closely. A totally bare no, can't do it can feel a bit cold, even with good grammar.
Fair. So maybe the real rule is match the warmth to the relationship, but don't let warmth turn into over-apologizing.
We keep landing on that same idea today, don't we?
Feels like the whole episode in one sentence, honestly.
Let's make this real. You need to ask your manager for a deadline extension.
I'll be the employee, you're the manager. Hi, Sarah. I wanted to flag that I might need a bit more time on the Miller report. Would it be possible to move the deadline to Monday instead of Friday?
Happy to hop on a call if that's easier. Thanks. Jeffrey.
You opened with the name, used flag, naturally, asked with, would it be possible to, offered flexibility with, happy to hop on a call.
Didn't apologize 17 times.
No groveling. Confident, clear, polite.
Now the follow-up. Say I sent that 3 days ago and heard nothing. Hi, Sarah. Just wanted to follow up on my email from Tuesday about the deadline. No worries if you haven't had a chance to look yet. Just let me know when you can. Thanks.
That's the exact model. Follow up on, plus no worries if not, plus a friendly close. Zero tension.
Common mistake, writing way too much. 3 paragraphs justifying the extension.
Busy people skim. Say what you need clearly. Brief context if needed, and stop.
Short, clear, human. That's the whole lesson.
Let's do one more scenario, because I think this one scares people the most. Reaching out to someone you've never spoken to before, like introducing yourself to a potential client or contact.
Oh, cold outreach. This is where people either sound like a sales robot or way too apologetic for existing.
Give me a version.
Hi, Maria. My name's Jeffrey. I came across your work through a mutual contact and wanted to reach out. I think there could be a good fit between what you're working on and what we do at our company. Would you be open to a quick call sometime this week? No worries at all if the timing isn't right.
That's genuinely good. Notice he said exactly who he is, exactly why he's reaching out, and made a clear, low-pressure ask.
And that last line, again, no worries at all if the timing isn't right. Same trick as before, gives them an easy exit.
The mistake I see constantly with cold emails is either way too much backstory before the actual ask, or the opposite. No context at all, just can we hop on a call with zero explanation of why.
Right. You need just enough context for the person to understand why you're emailing them specifically, not a copy-paste template that could go to anyone.
Exactly. Specificity is what makes it feel human instead of automated. Quick recap. Skip dear sir or madam, greet by name or hi there. Get to the point faster than you think. Soften requests with, would it be possible to, or no worries if not. Follow up without passive aggression.
And sign off simply. Best or thanks covers 90% of situations.
It's not about sounding impressive. It's about sounding clear and human.
Which is also just good advice for life.
Look at you, philosophical.
So, that sick stomach feeling from the top of the episode? Still got it?
Honestly, a little less than I did an hour ago. I think that's the goal, really. Not zero nerves, just fewer of them.
I'll drink to that. With coffee, obviously. Not because I have opinions about coffee, which I absolutely do.
We are not doing the coffee rant again.
One sentence. Oat milk in a proper flat white is a crime against...
Nope, not today.
Email horror story. Something you sent and immediately regretted? Tell us in the comments.
Mine involves regards spelled wrong in front of my entire team. Saving that for another day.
Cheers. Take care.
And if you try one of these phrases this week, let us know how it goes.
Report back. Wins and disasters equally.
Especially the disasters.
Especially the disasters. See you next time.